Alright.
Alright, so let's start. Um, we're recording, blah blah. So, so the first thing that comes to mind when you're going to be reviewing a top level VOD, whether this be you want to learn from a top player of your character, or actually, what I should do really fast is open up my. First off, always have something to write with out. I think it's a very good thing to have. Um, Pick a font you like. I like Comforter. Um, so VOD review, right? Have the set you want out. So in this case, I will have this right here. Here, Riddles versus MK Leo Roy at Diamond Dust. And then we have the VOD right there. Always nice to have. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind about a VOD review, so like have your notes set up or whatever. You have to first understand again whether it's hey, I'm trying to learn like pick up things from Riddles Kazuya, or hey, I'm trying to understand how to fight, let's say Roy in this case. You have to first already know the flaws. Like you need to know the strengths and weaknesses in your current game plan. So what I mean by that is, for example, I'm gonna check something really fast just to make sure. Should be fine. Uh, Actually, yeah, should be good. So let me find the server. Can you see my Discord? Or wait, that's right. I'm not streaming it here. Um. All right, so you can see my stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me find the server. Why am I blind? Da-da-da-da. Just in case. Thank you, Beastie. Okay, there it is. I could not find that for the life of me. So in here, for example, let me try to find something. So it's like, for example, this was when I went to Advantage State in Minnesota. What I did was make sure. This is why people always kind of preach to you when you're first starting out. Hey, note your habits or what you're doing wrong because this is how you're gonna this is basically like by knowing what you already suck at, you're gonna have a really easy time comparing it to a top player and how they do it better. It's like they're doing the job for you, basically. Um, Actually, here, yeah, this is I like this one. Because this is the actual recent event I went to. So, like for example, okay, people are starting to bait me for having linear movement, or I'm imprecise and like I'm still trying to challenge people's stuff, or it's like people are really strong and good positionings. So then when I would watch, if I were to watch a Sonic set, I would see, okay, how does Sonics deal with people who try to bait? How does Sonics deal with his imprecision? Like, when does he throw out hitboxes? Is it sooner, later? Maybe it's the positioning, or it's like people are able to show in one spot, have really good set play that I fall into. It's like, yeah, again, how does Sonic deal with that? He's going to basically answer for me. So that's what you need to already keep in mind. I'm hoping you kind of have an idea. So then when we watch Riddles and we know what he does, again, it just transfers over. You can start trying to implement that, or well, it doesn't have to be one to one because you don't want to pick up the flaws of riddles. You just want to pick up the pros. So yeah, that's basically the main idea that I have when it comes to learning from other players. Take what you suck at or what can be improved at what you're good at and compare it to a top players and then take the good things from them, add that to your gameplay, whether that be as a new answer or just another option, something on top, right? So,
Yeah.
with that aside, I don't know the set count of this. Um, I will just let it play. So let's start.
Of the non-top 8 portion, losing to Shiny Mark, and then beating
Oh.
Candle and Dat Derp Dog. These players 4, 5.
All right, so we're on town first off.
On the worst end of.
Before the match even starts, let's talk about the matchup. So, normally I don't do this. I'll be honest when I say I kind of do this part like just subconsciously, or it's like I'll maybe write it elsewhere. So the matchup. Let's talk about who's even on screen. So we have Kazuya, we have Roy. We need to know their overall like. So let's say like strengths, weaknesses, winning positions, and then your win cons, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna do the same thing for the Roy. So strengths, weaknesses, win cons, like everything else basically. Because Kazuya, none of these characters are gonna ever. So let's go for win cons. Obviously, for Kazuya, a bunch of your win cons are literally gonna be electric. It's gonna be electric scrambles. Either that, you can scramble ledge trapping. Your ledge trapping, like it can kill people, but it's not reliable because Kazuya is just too chunky. So I don't know if I would personally throw that as a win con. So it's like electric scrambles are usually that, whether that be so it could just be flat out confirms or raw electric at high percent. Like anything past that, those combo windows. So you have electric scrambles. Honestly, edge guards for this case. Kazuya's like unironically really nice with it. It's because fair is huge, and like you can take trades. You're okay with that. You also have
fair is low key disgusting.
Yeah, and then you have rage. I forgot to do the thing. It's like here. Sure. There we go. So yeah, you have electric. You have edge guarding, or maybe dare even, and then you have rage art, and just rage in general. If you had to lead trap, then it would be your it would be back tilt. It's like back tilt, F tilt. Yeah, I would honestly mainly say those. Nair, bear, electric into like whatever. Right. So like those are your like win cons. Your winning positions with Kazuya, most of the time are gonna be pretty clear cut. So corner is one of the scariest fucking places for anyone against a Kaz to be because Roy doesn't have like movement options, I guess. Actually, let me specify because it's not like just bare bones corner. So it's like a weird spot in between, like center and corners. I would say like starting here to here. This is one of your best positions to be in, just in general, because you have the option to both go forward and kill, Kazuya can just kind of kill anywhere. This is just one of the most convenient spots because then you can back up, and if you get hit, it's probably not going to matter too much because you're not going to be sent off stage just yet.
Yeah.
So winning positions, I would say, again, just general scrambles anywhere, like just electric. Those are always nice. So it's kind of like in between center, and then obviously corner when they're like off stage. Like all right, so your strengths with Kazuya. Kazuya's strengths as a character. Obviously some of the scariest fucking options, like just to scrap with, because like his hitboxes are just fucking huge. They last long.
Yeah,
Some of them have iframes.
And also, like, in those scrambles, like, electric, because of the iframes, will just straight out beat a lot of scramble moves.
Yeah. It's like huge opposing hitboxes that like hit hard, last long sometimes. Iframes. Scrambles are super scuffed. And defensive options like so it's like huge. So again, like huge opposing hitboxes, they last long. Some of them have iframes. Your scrambles are super good because like literally, like spot dodge electric alone is like just so good. It's so broken. So it's like that. Your strengths, you don't really die, so it's like losing neutral for you can become a strength.
I do have a quick question about this. When we're typing out the strengths and weaknesses, are we like at all in those sections talking about like involving the matchup at all, or is it just like on paper in general strengths and weaknesses?
So we'll get to that in a second because we'll get to it. So the weaknesses for Kazuya, despite all of this, he is very stubby, an IMO, and despite having these really nice hitboxes and so it's like again like he's kind of stubby, worse jump because it's frame 6.
Frame 7.
It's 7? I thought it was 6.
Yeah, it's 7.
What the fuck? Okay. That's even worse. So it's like pretty stubby. He has a worse jump. And I'd argue, just because of how he is as a character and how many Kazuyas just like to play him, I'd argue linearity.
Yeah, I'd agree.
50-50 suck. For if you're trying to rely on like just killing people at 0, unless it's on FD, then and if you miss that, then you just suck. So it's like you're really stubby. Your jump sucks compared to most of the cast. Just like overall a kind of linear character, even with like all these good things. I'd say it's kind of a consequence of both, like a big consequence of the Kaz player base and how they play, and I've like pushed the character. Again, 50-50s are kind of mid. So I'm trying to think what else. Honestly, disadvantage is like okay. And since you're pretty stubby, is like getting out the corner could be a big pain in the ass. So like that's kind of it. So it's like you're pretty stubby, kind of slow, worse jump, linearity, 50-50. I guess let me specify this, like, movement. So, like, your general movement plus, I'd argue your moves. Because minus electric and, like, some tilts.
Unironically, Kazuya's fastest move is up air.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, literally,
Up
other
air
than,
is
like,
frame 5 too.
like, other
I
than, like,
think-
electric, up air, and, like, maybe nair, like, and, like, doesn't matter, because, like, nair's really fucking small. Electric is a very specific area.
Well,
So
I
it's
think
like,
for
yeah, it's like frame
the
6,
dis-
that's,
wait,
like, frame 6, 7, 10, 16, like, yeah, these are, like, minus, like, back tilt's really fast. I don't know. It's like on paper they're kind of fast-ish, but not really. Like if you play around, like I'd say like it's not that the moves themselves are necessarily bad. I guess it's just people are very comfortable around playing Kazuya in that mid-range, and that's why so many people camp him. Because he is kind of, again, and that just kind of relates to being stubby and kind of slow. It's like can suck. Like playing mid range can suck because of the above.
I definitely think it like mid range is kind of bad for Kazuya, at least in a lot of matchups.
Moves. Some of them are slow. And then just like no, I didn't want that. Plus, so it's like worst jump. I want to say this is a weakness on second thought. Alright, so we have these, right? These are your general strengths. These are your weaknesses. Your winning positions. So, like, scrambles can win anywhere. In between center and corner is a very nice position. Yeah, alright, so let's go over Roy. This shouldn't be as long. Roy's strengths, obviously he could just fucking blow up people at like 60 or 70. 70-ish. He's like still close out at
Advantage state in general is like not like oppressive, but it's consistently very scary to deal with.
yeah.
Especially at ledge, like his ledge trapping is actually kind of fucked up.
Let me think. Mid-range options are really nice. Cause like all of his aerials are just super good. Super good. He has side B, down tilt. Let me think what else about Roy. I'd say also he's kind of like I'll think more on this. I will go over the weaknesses really fast because the immediate weakness that will come to mind is. Let's see. I need to like point this out ASAP. Jumps committal. Because of Roy's air stats, like just as a character, when he commits to like a short hop nair, he can't drift back.
Yeah, he
Like-
is like the worst, or not the worst, but like bottom 10 air acceleration, I think, something
Yeah.
like that.
And like the only way you can fix that is with like some goofy side B mix-up, so that's not gonna like help you so much. Obviously tippers fucking stink, especially when you're trying to kill. Tippers kind of suck.
It's exploitable but not bad recovery.
And honestly, his shield pressure, it's like kind of weak.
He has down tilt. That's his best shield pressure move, obviously. But then after that, it's like,
No,
yeah,
I
definitely
mean
not
stuff like,
amazing.
Like
Yeah.
just like aerials on shield and like jabs or like whatever, because like his grab isn't too threatening either at all.
Oh yeah, that's another weakness. Like he does not like past low percents and very very high percents. He gets like nothing off of grab other than positioning.
Yeah, so it's like jumps committal to due to that. Can't. Oh wait, this reminds me. Here's a specific win con for this matchup then. Gates of Hell. There you go.
I was gonna add something like for this. Obviously, you labeled it as like a specific win con, but like I think it would definitely help a lot. Like you don't have to do it for you, but like it would definitely help a lot to like maybe change the color of the text if it's like a specific win con, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's like easier to.
if you're actually reading it, I don't think that should matter too much.
No, I get it. I think it just makes it like.
You're gonna keep looking back at it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
These aren't. I'm not gonna use this. I view the matchup completely differently. I don't have to care about this because the way Sonic plays against Kazuya and Roy is like completely different. So some right scuffed game view moment, blah blah blah. And like I guess this isn't like one to one with how I do my notes, anyways. Because normally I don't even have like this, to be honest. When I do VOD reviews, I just kind of already know stuff, or it's like I write it elsewhere. So your winning positions for Roy though, despite it being flawed, straight at ledge, because of Jer, side B. And again, similar to Kazuya, that kind of in between center to corner. I wouldn't argue scrambles really for Roy, because unlike Kazuya, Roy, like, you're not gonna really kill anyone, I guess, for getting a Jer at center stage or something, right? You're just gonna extend advantage or start advantage. You're not really gonna, that's not where you win with Roy. Right? And then sometimes off stage, like, actually,
Oh, quick, can I add something actually, like about, like specifically for this matchup? Something I don't really see talked about is like because of his fall speed and recovery, Roy is like not very good at edge guarding because he gets so little airtime that you basically have to make a hard call out and you can't really like cover options very well and you can't go deep either.
yeah, that's why I didn't like really put it. I thought about
It's an
it.
option, but it's like an okay option at best.
Yeah, and it's like Kazi has like a bunch of mix-ups off stage, so it's really good. So your win cons, again, it's just kind of Jer, side B, edge guards, right? And it's just like setting up these. Get all the above. Because you're not gonna ever kill Kazuya juggling. So Roy's kind of like Sonic, where you're better off getting juggles into and turning those juggles into offstage situations.
Yeah, I was gonna say like early percent juggling him is really good because up air is amazing, but then like a higher percent you need to focus on horizontal positioning instead.
Yeah, and it's like even at those lower percents, I think you're still better off just doing like nair, fair, get them off stage. Because then, like, depending on the string or whatever, they could already be at 1% potentially. Okay, so Kazuya, right? Shrinks. Oh, I forgot. All right, so let's go back to this. He's fast. He's fast as fuck. Like great ground speed, good pokes with down tilt. Right, it's like he's like this means like he's so it's like let's all right, so we kind of have this. So now the fun part will be we're gonna do this. 13. We have strengths. We have weaknesses. Right. So now what you have to do would be in this case, you would have to compare. I wonder if I could add a table. I can. I'm not gonna deal with the copy and paste. Ideally you have like a table or something, so it's like it's easy. Like instead of like top to bottom, it's just like a side to side sort of thing. But this works for now. So with Kazuya, we have these strengths of like super big hitboxes that cover a lot of space. They might not be the fastest, but they hit hard. Scrambles are really good for him, and having like losing neutral over and over, that's gonna be okay for Kazuya. Again, the issue with this though, he is stubby and he's kind of slow. Mid range kind of sucks. And jumps, which are like normally a really good option because aerials are just so good in this game. So many of them are basically lagless or like so hard to punish. Like that's an actual flaw for Kazuya. Like other than like up air, forward air, like those are those are amazing moves. But that jump squat can be in factor. Again, linearity kind of sucks. And like disadvantage is okay. So overall, like, so we kind of get already that, okay, so Kazuya will probably have better hard hitting, like better, longer, more hard hitting hitboxes, better in scrambles, but he sucks in that mid range. Roy, meanwhile, way faster. Oh yeah, Kazuya's also just slower. Roy, meanwhile, way faster. He's amazing at mid range, and he could potentially blow up Kazuya, which is important because Kazuya just lives forever otherwise. So now that we understand this, so we kind of get like we get the characters right, and we just compared them to each other. Now we should have an idea of what neutral should be looking like. So we can hop in. So it's right, like it's important. This is why it's important to already know this. We're saving ourselves a lot of time by doing this because we don't even have to think about it. And if anything, if we find more stuff, then we could add it. So yeah, we went over like the characters, their winning positions, their win cons, right? Like that's what we should expect. Alright, so let's start. First off, Town. Good stage for you, to be honest.
2023 war riddle.
So I think for this stage it's like by picking it they're like okay with it being very volatile because obviously it's like a flat stage, but then the blast stones are like super good at playing into Roy's strengths of killing off the side and not the top.
Yeah. And I think Kazuya just does fine. Like, you could still do like the 50-50. Like basically for all the formations, there's only one 50-50. Everything else is basically FD.
The last time
Yeah.
And like even if they land on like let's say the one formation with the Kalos formation, they're basically fucked. Like it might as well not even be a 50-50.
2023 riddle. had taken that one.
All right, so let's start.
That
So
Dirk Dog.
let's look
These players
into.
4,
I'm just
5
gonna let it
set
play
count.
off.
Riddle's currently
To be
on
honest,
the worst
for a
end
little
of
bit.
that. The last time they played was
Right,
Grind
so it's like run up
2023, where
shields.
Riddle had taken
Again,
that
see,
one
like,
in 3
like
fast.
already
I
from the get-go,
think
look
they
where
played
like Leo's
Rise and
already
Grind
trying to like
2023,
position himself,
where
where
Riddle
he's swinging. Like this is the range
had taken that one
Leo
in
will be
3
just kind of chilling at and
I
trying to
think
get
another
some.
beautiful chapter to the story
Same thing.
is
Fair.
going to be written here.
I think you're very much right.
Bop.
These two have gone back and
And
forth. Riddle's
not
looking to
win.
tie up the set count, puts him on the
That's fine.
platform. Very much right.
To fashion. I think when they played was Rise and Grind 2023, where Riddle had taken that one in 3-2 fashion. I think another beautiful chapter to the story is going to be written here.
Again, huge, chunky
I think
fucking
you're very much
hitboxes that
right.
are like really nice. He was throwing out like fairs and up airs earlier. As well.
These two have gone back and forth. Riddle's looking to tie up the set count,
Right.
puts him on the platform with those
Riddle's just kind of keeping that position.
big Kazuya connections booming
Covers.
through the venue.
That's fine.
The speakers booming it loud, but
So it's
MK
like not
Leo's
too
trying
much
to stay
happening.
alive, does so successfully. Roy's got some
Getting
strong
good
connections of
fair.
his own.
Town and City just
Okay.
Does so successfully. Roy's got some strong connections of his own.
Town and City just
Right.
start units.
Again,
It's
trying to
gonna
like
be
play in
tall,
that
but
space. And oh, I forgot to mention that about Roy. He like Perry's fucking amazing against this guy.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yep. He just kind of loses to Perry, and this kind of goes back to Kazuya's strength of scrambles being super scuffed if you're fighting against him, because Perry into electric is so broken.
Yeah.
Especially because unlike most multi-hits, if you parry the first hit of Nair, you can like on reaction recognize that and parry the second hit.
Yeah. And it's like, you probably have, like, the way parry works in electric, I'm sure you don't even have to worry about that second hit, you'll just iframe through it or something.
especially when it comes to these 4
Yep.
characters.
Oh,
Not going to have
there it
too
is
much
again.
of a problem killing, especially when it comes to these forward smashes. Side Bs coming in from MK Leo, or if Riddles can find a forward smash. These
Right,
electrics,
and
doesn't
then
matter
just
what
bad
stage you are,
positioning.
smash these
Yeah.
side Bs
So,
coming in from
we already
MK
see,
Leo,
like,
or
Kazuya's
Riddles can
been
find a
on,
forward
like,
smash.
going
These
into
electrics,
place.
doesn't matter what stage you are on, you will
That was
die.
good.
Commanding
So
lead.
it's like, already in this first stock, it's like, not much has happened. It's just, again, what did I just say? Like, Riddle's abusing the strength of, like, okay, Roy, like, Leo might be winning or getting hits in that mid-range, but then Riddle just closes it out with, like, calling out his positioning, so it's like, Leo is, like, trying to, like, jump around him, or, like, let's go back and, like, just
And
see,
up
like,
that
let's
last
just
time they played
follow,
was
like,
Rise
the
and
general
Grind
movement
2023,
of, like,
where
where they're
Riddle
going,
had
right?
taken that one in 3-2
It's like
fast.
Leo's
I
just,
think
like, kind of
another
chilling
beautiful chapter to the story
around him
is
the
going
whole
to be written
time.
here.
I think
It's
you're
going
very
back
much
to,
right.
it's trying to, like,
These two
stay
have
in
gone back
between
and forth.
center
Riddle's looking to
a
tie up
lot
the set count, puts him on the
because
platform.
of the
With
platforms.
those big Kazuya connections booming through the venue. The
And, like, now
speakers
it's a little
booming it
scuffed
loud,
because
but
Riddles is, like, closing
MK
that
Leo
gap
trying to stay alive. Does
while still being in, like, the right areas. Like, he's not,
so
like, going too far out into the corner. He's not, like, and if he's going in the air, then it's usually covering where Leo wants to be, which has been, again, kind of mainly center or in the air because of the town formation.
successfully.
So, yep, dropped on the
Roy's got
fair,
some strong connections of his own.
right,
Town and
and then he
City
dies.
to start
Or
units.
he,
It's
like,
gonna be a
doesn't
little
die,
tall,
right?
but
Bop.
both characters
Bop.
not going to have too much of a problem killing, especially when it comes to these forward smashes.
Yeah.
Go back to that. I wanna watch that.
Not going to have too much of a problem killing, especially when it comes to these forward smashes.
Yeah.
These side Bs coming in from MK Leo, or if Riddles can find a
Retreating
forward
there.
smash of these electrics. Doesn't matter what stage you are on, you will die. Commanding lead early here as we enter into the FD portion of this map,
So kind of like, yeah, like, again, just like approaching fairs into center.
which can definitely be the most scary part of the platforms. Will be coming
Could have
back
died.
soon as they taxi in just now.
Yeah.
And,
Nice
okay,
to
this should be
see,
death.
FD on or
You're dead.
Town
Yup.
on stage 1. I know a lot of people banned this stage against Kazuya.
There you go. Yup. That's literally just the matchup.
Coming
Like, you
back
have
soon
to
as
do
they
that.
taxi in just now. Can definitely be the most scary part.
And
of
why
the
did it
platforms.
happen?
Will be coming back soon as they taxi
Because it's like, this is kind of like Roy's flaw, like, going into play. Leo was, like, slightly off. And so the thing about playing in mid-range that you also have to keep in mind, like, the reason why Riddles gets this fair, but Leo misses. So a good theory on neutral is like so you know how like people will just throw out moves, right? Because they're safe.
Yeah.
The issue with that is that yes, they're safe. So like a Rob Nair, for example, like if you throw out a Rob Nair, and like it lands on someone, it might be safe if you space it or whatever, blah blah blah, right? But they're also still technically in lag.
Map.
Like yeah, so it's like what's normally a safe option, like a Roy up air, what's normally a safe option, can turn into a punishable one, and Riddles punishes that
Now, I'm surprised
fair
to
into
see,
death.
FD on or Town on stage
So
one.
it's
I know a
like
lot of people ban-
just something to keep in mind. It's just something to keep in mind. So it's like when people are whiffing moves in neutral,
in this stage against Kazuya,
like they're
and
not
Riddles
always
is gonna
actually
rip
safe,
a stock away from MK
and you
Leo
can use
before
that
I
to
get
your
the words out
advantage,
of my
depending on how you position yourself or when you throw out your moves. Because like again, Leo so far, the way he's been playing, he's been like consistently trying to stay in that mid range, and like he will consistently throw out his moves like preemptively in that range.
mouth.
And Riddles
A great
just
sequence
abused
from him.
that to
And now
fucking
MK
kill him.
Leo really needs to answer back and prove that the Roy is capable of taking.
So I
games
kind
in
of
this matchup.
also
Yeah, the
just
front
try to
kick
keep
was a
little
beautiful mix up there
midgets
too.
of like
Obviously, Roy not
defensive
able to make
options.
the craziest of horizontal recoveries, but still blast zoning immediately.
Bop,
I love the idea.
bop, yeah, that's
On
right.
the platform avoids the electric does Leo, and now he's trying to put on
Bop.
the corner pressure. I love that up air mix up. MK Leo already has some of the best up airs of any Roy
And-
in the world, and another extension from Riddles. Good
Yeah,
job.
okay.
Already, the electric
Yeah.
does
So
Leo, and
let's watch that again. Let's see what actually happened.
Leo really needs Leo before I get the words out of my mouth. As
Love how
Riddles
that could
is
have been
gonna
death
rip a
potentially
stock away
if
from MK
he had
Leo
like
before I get
Nair,
the words out of my mouth.
or like if the fair was further, he could have gotten that into the Nair, like the day one Kazuya combo.
Yeah.
Riddles is gonna rip
Just
a
something that
stock
popped up.
away from MK Leo before I get the words
Bop,
out of my
bop. All right, so like trade,
mouth.
whatever. Who
A great
cares?
sequence from
Footstool,
him,
my
and now
best, but
MK Leo really needs to answer back and prove that the Roy is capable of taking
so it's like
games
run
in
up
this matchup.
shields,
Yeah, the
and
front
it's
kick
like,
was a beautiful mix up there
oh,
too.
that's interesting.
Obviously,
So
Roy.
Prove that the Roy is capable of taking games in this matchup.
So now it's like the opposite of what I just told you just happened. It's like, okay, Riddles is like throwing out that fair. Normally that fair is really safe, but it just became punishable because Leo just waited.
Yeah, the front kick was a beautiful mix up there too. Obviously, Roy not able to.
So I guess the importance of me bringing that up, you need to always keep in mind like when you throw out stuff, when and where, like especially the where matters.
crazy.
Because like Leo literally died for throwing the up air too close to the sun. Riddles just got punished for that because he was too far away, and Leo was able to space that out, right?
Horizontal recoveries, but still blast zoning immediately. I love the idea.
On the platform avoids the electric does Leo, and now he's trying to put on the corner pressure.
I wonder if the crouch dash like mixed that, like
On
just
the
caused him,
platform avoids the electric does Leo.
because that is a flaw of Kazuya. Like I don't know if he wanted to like keep crouch dashing back to stage, but then like the auto turnaround messed him up, and like it got him
Now he's
for
trying to
that.
put on the corner pressure. I love that up air mix up.
And then
Form
you
avoids
just die.
The electric
'cause-
does Leo, and now he's trying to put on the corner
Yeah.
pressure. I love that up air mix up.
Oh, I see. That sucks. That was just
MK Leo already has
Just a
some of the
bad
best
jab.
up airs of any Roy in the world, and
Yeah.
another extension
kept
from
retreating
Riddles.
because like he like called out the landing, but the dash like took him too far.
Trying to get the
And then he
job
just
done.
died
No
after.
way.
A 3 stock to start off this.
All right, so again, we're kind of for game one, we're kind of seeing literally everything I just said above like really come into play. Why is Riddles winning? He's getting the most out of like covering that space, like those scrambles. So it's like that first stock matters. It's like I always like to list the stocks taken, first stock taken, and like why those stocks were gone. So like always list why a stock is taken or why you lose a stock. So we'll go back.
The speak end of that. The last time they played this Rising
Right.
Grind story is is going to be written here.
I think you're very much right. These two have gone back and forth. Riddle's looking to tie up the set count, puts him on the... I think you're very much right. These two have gone...
A beautiful
Let me double check
2023 where Riddle had taken that one in 3-2 fashion. I think another beautiful chapter to the story is going to be written here.
I think you're very much
Yep. So it's like Leo's like delaying.
These two have gone back and forth. Riddle's looking to tie up the set count, puts him on the platform with those big Kazuya connections booming through the venue. The speakers booming it loud, but MK Leo trying to stay alive, does so successfully. Roy's got some strong connections of his own.
Town and City to start here too. Going to be a little
Bop,
small
bop,
for both characters.
electric.
Not going to
not
have too
deaf.
much of a problem killing, especially when it comes to these forward smashes and side Bs coming in from MK Leo, or if Riddles can find a forward smash or these electrics. Doesn't
And
matter
then
what
this
stage
electric
you are
on
on,
smash
you will.
because he, yeah. All right, so first stop. Right. So first stock.
Commanding lead early here as we enter into the FD portion of this map, which can definitely be the most scary part of it. Platforms will be coming back soon as they taxi in just now.
And then the second stock is gone because of that whiffed up air. So it's just like right, so that was the second stock. You're dead.
As a great sequence from him, and now MK Leo really needs to answer back and prove that the Roy is capable of taking games in this matchup.
Yeah, the front kick was a beautiful mix-up there, too. Obviously, Roy not able to make the craziest of horizontal recoveries, but still blast zoning immediately. I love the idea.
Mix-up. MK Leo already has some of the best
And
up
then
any Roy
electric
in the world, and
again.
another
After
I love that up air mix-up.
after the like the whiffed. Right, so we know why the stocks were taken. And now you also, so this is, I guess, where you start noting stuff that, like, happens in between everything. So why was, like, Riddles winning, for example? Well, when Leo was, so, see, when hitboxes, they would be super delayed. Let's see, he also... So how does, let's see, so Riddles responded by... Let's see...
Platform avoids the electric does Leo, and now he's trying to put on the corner pressure. I love that up air mix-up. MK Leo
earlier.
Crazy.
Riddles to upper.
Yeah, the front.
That right here, 160 at 553 IGT. So right, it's like I guess this is like a really summed up version of how, like the important things, because that was a really fast game otherwise. Winning trades or converting. Oh yeah, let's also know. So yeah, let's note this as well, that Riddles like usually kept his stage really well. He really fought for it. And it's really funny because I remember
doesn't matter
an
what
interaction,
stage you are,
it's like one time,
Scary
like,
part of the
I
play.
think it's here,
Platforms will be coming back
actually.
soon as they taxi in just now.
Not here, because that's the 0 to death.
The words out of my mouth. A great sequence from him, and now MKLeo really needs to answer back and prove that the Roy is capable of taking games in this matchup.
Yeah, the front kick was a beautiful mix-up there too. Obviously,
Kind of like past
Roy
here.
not able to make good crazy
Right, so it's like
horizontal
no,
recoveries
not
and
that.
still blast zoning immediately. I love
there
that.
was one interaction
On the
where like he
platform,
starts trying to
avoids
like
the electric does
go
Leo, and now he's
into
trying to put on the
like
corner
he was
pressure.
like
I
at
love that
center
up air
and like
mix-up.
he starts going
MKLeo
into
already
the
has
corner and like he
start
lost
using
for
gonna be
it.
a little tall,
It's like
but both
obviously he
players
didn't die or
not
anything,
going to
but
have
that's
too much
still
of a problem killing, especially when it comes to these forward
so
smashes
like
inside
what
coming
happens
in
when
from
it's
MKLeo.
here, right? It's like he starts trying to like progress going to the corner at like 625. Use in-game time, by the way. I think that's most convenient compared to timestamps on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, right, so we kind of have this, right? And like that's the general gist. I guess a habit I end up doing sometimes, or it's like so like when it comes to VOD reviewing, you do have the choice to like go in like super in depth into every single thing ever. So it's like here, right? Like I'm noting like every interaction. Like I VOD reviewed like Mars. Like he's going back. Like you can dive deep into every single interaction ever. That is a valid option. It will take a lot longer, and it will be just draining, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a valid option, and you could also just make it progress, kind of like a commentary on how the match went. Just something I had to bring up. Or you could also just keep it really short and concise, like this, and you just get the point across. That also works. Just note, literally just note, like, what's interesting to you, or, like, what stands out. Right? So, like, again, like, I noted, like, these exceptions. Because that's important. So that was game 1. Pretty short for what I usually have for a VOD. But granted, that's the nature of this match being, like, barely a minute
part of the platforms will be
or 2
Great sequence
minutes
from
and
him,
something.
and now MKLeo really needs to answer back and
Roy.
Right, so like
players
blah blah
with so
blah,
many
game 1.
characters.
What
Yeah, and
stage
that's
did
gonna
they
be
go
tough
to?
because as Leo, I always wonder
What's the
how
counter pick?
players with so many characters, how that goes through your
I
head
don't think
whenever you get
stages
to
really
talk
matter
about
too
them, you
much
know
in
what I
this
mean? I always
matchup.
start to think about, like,
For
man,
you?
like they gotta be thinking I gotta go with this character,
I think
gotta go with
anything
this
but
character.
FD
But
and
I do
Carlos.
imagine Leo might be committed to going Roy here. Not the biggest event as far as MKLeo standards go. Maybe trying to give it a test run and see if it's capable
Yeah, so I
of
don't think you really have to care about
overcoming
stages too much.
brute
So
force
running
like
back
Riddles.
down.
And we're gonna run
Yeah,
it
like
back
you
to
see the
down.
head shake. It's like, yeah,
One
okay,
hell
like
of a
even
test run
Riddles,
here,
like
too, going
whatever.
against one of the
That's
best
fine.
players in the business currently. Lumi ranked
Oh, he
number
goes
9,
Joker?
and we are
Oh,
locking in
fuck.
the Joker
Well, okay.
too.
Damn. Alright, well.
I actually forgot about that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he loses this game badly too, and then goes back to Roy for the rest of the set.
Alright, well, I don't feel like doing
I know
the
there's a lot of
strengths and
happy
weakness
people out
stuff
here
of
to
Joker. I'll just.
And I think we should just focus on that one.
Could possibly be in the
Just
works
focus
here.
on the
Leo
game.
stepped into the
Like,
pantry
we can
and
bring it
grabbed us
up.
a
I
treat.
think
We
it's
get to
relevant.
watch the
Because Joker kind of plays similar to Roy, anyways. Like, he does really well in that mid range. Scrambles aren't the greatest.
About
He does have a better offstage than Roy, which would actually be relevant in this case against Kazuya.
MKLeo.
I guess
Joker.
Joker. I guess the one meaningful thing about Joker that you really have to stick out is Gun. Gun is like a great pace breaker.
Leo's gonna tell
Like
him
he can make that
a joke. Riddles
like,
is gonna tell him
amazing
a riddle. It's gonna
for
be
just
a lot of
interrupting
gaps in this
tempo.
game.
It should be
Safely.
A little blast from the past, but I don't really know
It's
how many sets.
I don't want to say it's not a spin dash. It's like a T drop basically.
MKLeo has
That's how I'd say. That's how I describe
a blast from
Gun
the past,
for
but I
Joker.
don't really.
Be
So
a
let's
lot
start.
of gaps in this game. Leo's gonna tell him, grabbed us a treat. We get to watch the MK Leo Joker.
Okay,
Leo's gonna tell
so
him, grabbed us a treat. We get to watch the MK Leo Joker. Leo's gonna tell him,
trying to cover himself. Up air beats that
Riddles is
out.
gonna tell him a riddle. It's gonna be a lot of gaps in this game.
It should be
Run up
interesting too. A little
shields.
blast.
Yeah, so
pass.
right, like
No,
everyone's just chilling
really?
right now.
No.
Like this is okay. Like Riddles isn't overextending too much. He's keeping that space.
How many sets?
Bad position for Leo. He should have just kept doing what he was already doing. With like he was like doing like the full hop nairs. Like he's throwing out his own long-lasting hitboxes that are like good going into mid-range. But then the one time he tries to like short hop into him with the landing back air. It's kind of like Roy, like a similar issue where like parrying, or in this case you could just raw electric as well. That's another option Kazuya has. It's like raw electrics or parrying, like that. Like Joker will be weak to that. Catches that. Alright, that's fine. You missed your combo. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay, he misses that. He could have died. Damn. He should have just done Nair instead. I don't know why Leo did. I mean, I guess down air makes sense because like I don't know. Nair would have worked, and this wouldn't have happened. So that's really funny how he just dies. Bop, bop, bop. So let's note how Leo responded. By the way, when he woke up, he wanted to like try and hit out the corner, and immediately punished with the dash back, dragon uppercut. Right. Again, Leo trying to get into that range. Now he has Arsene.
Arsene is a great tool to balance out with online.
I like that grab from him because, yep, I like that grab from him. So, I don't know if you've been noticing, Riddles has been approaching a lot with, like, dash shields, but also because of, like, Joker's nature as a character, he's also going to want parries. So, it's like, note what people do after they throw out moves, right? Or how they're approaching. In this case...
You're kind of lagging a bit.
Am I? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, your microphone is like completely glitching out.
I don't know if it's your mic. I think you're just lagging in Discord.
Yeah, no, I see it. What the fuck? Holy shit! Hello, why are people in here?
Oh, okay. And you're back.
Oh, okay, y'all can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Hi, yeah, so I have been yapping, so this will be on the VOD anyways. I don't know why that chat isn't loading. That's really dumb. Yeah, so hi Thane, hi Haru, Renegade, Cheese Curd. Yeah, this is basically a big VOD review. Obsidian wanted me to like go over a Riddles VOD and just explain how to break down a top player VOD. Like, let's say like, oh, I want to learn how to, like in Obsidian's case, I'm a Kazuya player, how do I learn from a Riddles VOD? Or how do I learn how to fight against another character? Like, we're just going over that. So, alright, now, can you hear me before I start again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're clear now.
Alright, cool. So it's like going back, blah blah blah, neutral. So what I was saying earlier was that, because I'll bring it up soon, it'll matter in a second. After this stock, or not after this stock, after these interactions. So let's note that, the grab, something you have to always keep in mind, is what people actually do after whiff. Or like how they approach, because in this case, Riddles has been like consistently trying to approach with like dash shields, because parries are just nice against Joker, unless right now like Arsene maybe not as much because you have like the multi hits with Nair, or the multiple gunshots. So it's like, Riddles was like, again, keep the dash shields in mind, or it's like in this case. I think it was like he whiffed electric into shield. Yep, with the electric, hold shield. So, just something to keep in mind. Game 2. Let's see. And then so it's like, right, everything I just typed that out. Leo kind of just, he's been kind of doing the same thing as game 1. Yeah, 6:30. Right, so it's like, this is important to know. Like, keep track of what people do after this, because it could help you make those good guesses, or not good guesses, just pick good subconscious options that you don't have to think too hard about. But yeah, so there's that. There's that. Leo's been kind of playing this the same way. So always, like, another thing about VOD review that I forgot to mention, keeping track, like, the timeline of how the gameplay changes compared to past games, or if things reoccur again, because top players, what they're amazing at, they will present multiple options, and, like, that will become mental stack, basically. Because, like, oh, well, I just did this one option that targeted the one thing you were doing, and then they pull out a brand new option, but then they could go back to that previous option again if they recognize it, or, like, just to fuck with you. It's like, that's why it's important to also, like, note those moments, whether it be from past games or in the middle of the same game. Alright, so otherwise, similar approach to game 1. Gets punished. When did he get hit for that bear?
Lockdown is a pass, but I don't
It was
really
here.
know how many
Ish.
sets.
Right here, 6:47. Alright. So blah blah blah. Skip.
Free lockdown. This is
Almost dies. And it's like the one time Leo, like, tries to come out at 6:30. We'll just say 6:37. Leo. So now, a potential idea that you might want to keep in mind because of this one interaction. I will always value noting, like, common responses to common situations. So in this case,
in full display. It was, free lockdown. This is
being put into a tech chase at the corner. So, like, just an idea. Just something, because I really liked that from Riddles. Like, it's always good when you're doing VOD reviews as well. Just, like, cover these ideas for, like, to potentially implement in your gameplay, because that could be a consistent part, or, like, a consistent response. And if you, like, understand that, or you point it out and you start adding it into your gameplay, it'll just become subconscious. It'll be a part of your gameplay. So it's like always look for rooms for optimization.
Yeah. The character who might not have had the
Bop.
time to work.
So what happens?
Arsene can kind of take stock.
Okay, a lot just happens. So the up air tries to go for the reversal. Okay.
Arsene can kind of take
Bop,
just as
bop.
quickly as
That was
Kaz
good.
can. Downer up smash, not gonna get it done.
I like that
Threatening
mix-up,
a great tech
but
off
you
stage
die though.
with the as Kaz can. Downer up smash, not gonna get it done, but threatening a great tech.
Okay, so this was kind of a weird spot he put himself in, because what was initially not a bad idea for a reversal, Leo Tex, he still has Arsene. Like, literally, the fucking frame it's about to disappear, he had time to throw out the counter. And Riddles dies for it. I think it was just too fast of an interaction for Riddles to, I guess, judge, maybe? We'll still note this, though. So, So first stock loss, counter. So what could have Riddles done here? He could have just not dared. It was no, that was a fast interaction. Like, a fast decision had to be made, and then just like it just so happened that Leo was like literally lucky enough and had the time to do it. All right, so we have this. It's like the first stock loss. This is why.
Just as quickly, great tool to balance out with the explosive line.
Let's also know this is the first time
Riddles
Riddles tried reversal
to balance out with the
at 628. Um, 628. Okay. So we have that. First stock loss, blah blah blah, great.
The explosiveness of Kazuya. Arsene can kind of take stocks just as quickly as Kaz can. Downer up smash, not gonna get it done, but threatening a great tech off stage with the counter. Leo's on something.
Right,
Come on.
so
129, nothing to scoff
good up
at
air.
either, though. That up air.
Spot dodge into electric.
129, nothing to scoff at either, though. That up air coming up from Kazuya. Extremely fast. So much dashing coming through the shield pressure.
Miss him play maybe? For electric? Because you got the
So
electric, it would have been... Yeah, he would have been pushed off stage. So I'm guessing he didn't want that. Nope, the spot dodge for later. And he shielded after.
Stands tall in front of all the
So he's still doing
though.
that.
Very, very strong deep up air.
That was good. I don't know why Leo did that.
Though. Very, very strong deep up air.
Yeah. So first stock taken, 602. Just all right. I don't know what else to really say about that. I mean, it's kind of similar to what we've already been saying.
Wave dash forward, coming straight through.
Just like Riddles was just like rushing to, you know, keep that good positioning. Does he die?
Yeah, he's so dead, yeah.
That was just Leo, like, he literally just tried to extend a combo that wasn't true. That's the only thing that happened, like, should not have been forward tilt there.
Alright, so here we the awesome thing. This is why I love, man, I should, damn, this is how Kazuya works? I should be watching every Kazuya set. This is awesome.
Well, I think
it is. People don't believe me.
I think go back. I'm pretty sure what happened is Leo just like missed the fast fall.
I don't even. this
Like, I think
don't
he
think
did
he
not
did.
fastball.
Backdash is coming across the stage, just wait.
No, he didn't. He didn't miss the fastball. It just like wasn't
Uh,
true. He was better off grabbing.
Yeah,
All right. So
even that's almost like a game sense thing where like you have to recognize when your combos are going to be true or not.
like or this like, what do people? Well, not this. Like, what do people do defensively as well? Like, you just have to literally, like, it kind of goes back to this, know what people do after whiff or whatever they do after approach. Like, you have to also know what do people do, like, defensively, like, or in certain positions. So it's like, it would have been very reasonable for Leo to go for the grab here because Riddles has been, like, so fucking shield heavy as of recent. Like, I don't think, other than that one up throw with Arsene, Leo hasn't really been grabbing him otherwise. And I get why you wouldn't want to, because it's Kazuya, but at the same time, you just gotta fucking wing it sometimes, because otherwise, shit like the second stock that's about to be taken happens, and then you want to kill yourself. Alright, so yeah, second stock taken at 5:57. Alright, awesome. There's literally nothing else to add on to that fucking thing, because Riddles does the combo. He does the right thing.
Immediate answer and stock lead.
Alright.
Leo on the back foot now. He's been very poised on defense when he's not getting hit.
Alright.
But Riddles has been able to...
Right, so it's like kind of the same thing we've been doing.
Yeah.
Again, always note the little things, because now he's starting to spot dodge.
Options pretty effectively. And now Leo, the cross up.
That was a good spot dodge from Leo.
Off stage, tacks on some damage.
Good. Yeah, he just like does not want to die right now.
More importantly, gets you stage positioning. That's what's going to be connection down throw.
So let's start
pretty
talking about
effectively.
this then.
And now Leo, the cross up. Nice connection. Down throw fair off stage. Tacks on
Alright, he does like the neutral get up,
some damage.
trying to
And more
reversal,
importantly, gets you stage
immediate double
That's
jump
what's gonna be potent
fair,
here. I imagine we're going to see some early stock takes.
and
Joker in this set, but now another
with punish and
extension
you're
for
dead
Riddles.
because it's gonna
The
be that.
landing there, and that's going to crumple him. A couple of kicks, put the feet on him, and the up.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that was
actually kind of impressed that he fished for he was fishing for a reversal the entire time, and then he landed one and it worked.
Yeah, and like he gets his one with punish because like he
Oh,
literally
wait,
just, like, dashes back.
look at how Battle was fishing for the reversal.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that. Like, if he got sent off stage, like, if Leo didn't give up stage and, like, kept pressuring, he probably would have... Like, Riddles does that a lot. He will do, like, double jump, mash fair from ledge, and, like, it'll just work.
I think it's just like a Kazuya player thing, like the way they play disadvantage. To be fair, Ultimate does enable that a lot.
I mean, it's also, like, not the worst option for Kazuya, because, like, again, going back to Kazuya's strengths, he's okay with losing neutral over and over. It's kind of similar, like, Joker is kind of similar to Roy, where, like, he has to win by, you know, winning neutral multiple times. Unless you just, like...
I'm saying by, the game kind of enables Kazuya to fish for reversals and not get punished too badly for it.
Well, I mean, it's not that...
Magic off stage, tax on some damage.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but, like, given the context of this current stock, why would he not go for these reversals? Because, like, Rage isn't going to matter yet. Rage isn't going to matter.
And more important,
Being off stage isn't going to matter, because even if he starts to get Rage, then he could just start playing off of chip damage, and, like, that's more than fine.
That's going to be potent here. I imagine we're going to see.
So it's like, yeah, Ultimate can kind of enable it, or it does enable it sometimes, but I would specifically say this is a case where, like, it actually makes sense. You can't really blame... I guess you can't, like, blame the game here. Or I wouldn't encourage it. Let me see. Like, he's just playing... Like, Riddles is just playing to his strength. Like, good player moment. Like, why not do
No, yeah.
thing?
No, I'm not saying he's bad for it. I'm saying he's smart for it.
Yeah. Alright, so third stock taken...
more importantly, get
So like, just kind of note in between that so let's see. So like, let's note Riddle starts going more for reversals, and if you
Cross
want
up.
this, I guess this is
Connection,
where
down throw fair
I'm
off stage.
getting more specific. So it's like here, 534. He goes for the first grab.
Tax on some damage, and more importantly, get
And then like the double jump fair from ledge. Right, so I wanted to note that like more
some stage
reversals
positioning.
happening.
That's going to be potent here, I imagine.
And it's like even then, like the way he's landing,
we're gonna
like
see
he
some
just
early-
he wants that hit.
Now he's been very
I want to
poised on
note this as
defense when
well.
he's
Like
not
they
getting
start
hit,
mixing
but
up like
Riddles
what
has
they
been
do
able to cut
after
through the options.
whiffs. Like in this case, that spot dodge at
pretty effectively.
and then it's like Leo gets that spot dodge. Right, so like just that little thing. So let's actually note why the third stock was taken
Importantly,
now.
gets a couple of in this set, but now another potent here. I imagine we're gonna see some.
So with punish at 529. Or 29, my bad. So he gets his whiff punish at 529. Because Leo full hop dares into him. Like I don't know why he's doing this. Like this specifically, I feel like Nair would be more trickier because you have like that cross up, and it just like the way like the hitbox works for Nair, it's just bigger and just rotates. I don't know. Again, it's a confusing choice from Leo, but like Riddles capitalizes and he
Assuming Leo stays with Joker in
Bop,
this set, but
bop,
now another extension
bop,
for Riddles.
bop,
the landing
and
there,
yup.
and that's gonna crumple him. A couple of kicks,
And you
put
can't
the feet on
really-
him, and the
I mean, you
upbeat
could,
gets
I
it
guess,
done.
go on the
Riddles
platform,
with a
but
phenomenal game two after a nice
you might
start
be
from
able to
Leo.
like upbeat
Yeah,
for
Riddles
that. I
with
don't-
the blitz.
On Riddles
Penny?
with a crumple him. A couple
Or no, yeah, he can't even go to the platform.
in this set, but now nice connection.
Because what
Here,
happens
I
here?
imagine we're gonna see some early stock takes, assuming Leo stays with Joker in this set, but now another extension for
Yeah, there's not much you can really do.
Bro, Obsidian, lock in, brother.
the landing there, and that's gonna
Yeah, you can't
crumple
really
him.
do
A
anything.
couple of kicks, put
Yeah,
the
because he
feet
couldn't
on him,
DI to the
and the
platform,
upbeat
so never
gets it
mind.
done
Doesn't
for
Yeah.
matter.
Riddles with a phenomenal game two after a nice
Yeah,
start.
he was just fucked. That was good. I was gonna say, okay, maybe a 50-50 could have happened, but no, it doesn't even happen. So, all right, game 3. So I said it goes back to Roy, which is really funny.
Start from Leo. Tall thinking. We're gonna go back to Joker.
Why
He's
are
got a
we
bit more
here?
done with it,
Go back.
but
There we
that
go.
was real close.
Small
at the beginning,
battlefield
and then
counter pick, and he
Riddles
goes
just
back to
ripped it away.
Roy. I guess he just wants.
What is going through our
I don't know.
minds here? We're gonna go
Back
back to Roy
Curious.
for this one.
Back to Roy.
All right.
I don't hate it. I'm gonna be excited to see if Leo can make something happen with the Roy. We haven't seen the explosiveness really be put on display
The worst
against
DK
any
rap.
top-notch competitors.
I
against
still like it.
Lunar rank
anyways.
opponents. So this against any top-notch competitors against Lunar rank opponents.
Same thing Riddles has been doing, you know.
So this is going to be the first opportunity for Leo to really try
Shield
and show out with the
flickering.
A lot of baits here too. You see these empty hops.
Good.
these double
I like
jumps
that mix up. Or I like that from.
being used to try to get something.
Was that an auto turnaround movement?
Yeah, the auto turn sniped him.
Okay, that's fucked. Barely off, I think.
From Riddles.
That
Oh
would
my
work.
God,
And it
getting
still
dropped
gets
here.
away
Not gonna
with
find a
it.
second hit for it. Not gonna get dragged down completely with these stairs.
Off.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
reaction.
getting dropped here. Not gonna find a second hit for it. Not gonna get dragged down
Yeah, I was like too late.
completely with these stairs.
Nice up B out of that scramble to kind of back Riddles off of him a little bit.
Okay, good spot
And
dodge.
MK Leo just hasn't been able to keep Riddles at bay.
Just like going
Riddles
into
is
that
just holding
fucking
forward, and Leo
forcing that
hasn't been
scrapping
able to answer back.
range.
Hasn't been able to make him doubt himself. Riddles is imposing his game plan.
Ooh, and they're gonna find a second hit. But not
I can't
going to
even. Yeah, like now I'm interested about that because like I don't even know if I want to say that this was like movement wise. This is a con. Maybe it's because of the stage, but
send off that left side. They'll still be able to keep
like
some
crouch
ground
dash specifically is really nice.
off my stage. Keeps it safe, but actually sending a perfect.
Yeah, that's actually not what happened.
Ooh, and they're
Answer back hasn't been able to make him doubt himself.
Yup.
Riddles is imposing his game plan.
Ooh, and they're gonna find a second hit, but not going to send off that left side. They'll still be able to keep some ground beneath him. Off my stage, keeps it safe, but actually
two.
sending a perfect time, barely surviving
Can't
to
really
that
do much here.
right side.
Oh, that was good.
Wow.
Trading back and forth with
That
Kazuya right now
sucked.
is Leo, and it's working. Neutral B not gonna
Okay,
get
that
it
was just a
done,
good
but
stock. So
Keep some ground beneath him. Off my stage, keeps it
Bop,
safe,
bop.
but actually sending a perfect time, barely surviving to that
burns the up bead. I don't know why you would try to go for a trade here. Don't do this.
side.
Gets hit and then he dies.
Really
down.
just
Wow.
trading back and forth
Yeah,
with
first
Kazuya
stock
right now
take.
is Leo, and it's working. Neutral B not gonna get it.
So 7. All right. So game 3. Let's see. Right. When did he do that one pair
Actually
that I
sending
didn't
a
like?
perfect time, barely surviving
Here.
to that.
Yeah, don't do this. Like that's a
I
trade.
guess I guess I do understand because like he tried to fast forward there to
Yeah, like,
try
that's-
to try to cover him on the way down, and then he did the laser to stop himself.
Yeah, no, the laser makes sense. I'm just like, I guess this fair specifically, unless like the fast fall, like if it's because he wants to fast fall, then sure, but like it like that could have been a trade where Roy smacks him with bear and he just dies and he doesn't even get to do this laser.
Side.
Yeah.
Weirdly
down.
I'm assuming it's because he's fast falling, but I'll. All right, so like just wanted to note that. So, what actually happened? And like let's go back.
Holding forward and Leo a little.
It's like what actually happened here?
Oh
What
my
did
gosh.
Leo start doing
Hops and these
differently?
double jumps being used.
Show out with the rank opponents. So this is going to be the first opportunity for Leo to really try and show out with the Roy.
A lot of baits here too. You see these empty.
Right. So already from the get go, I could tell that Leo's been doing different timings with how he wants to land. This is actually how going to Roy's weakness. You know, like jump is committal, but and also being vulnerable to parries, the way Roy's will compensate is its timing mix-ups with how he likes to land. And how, like, where he spaces it, because you can cross up with Nair, you could technically cross up with Fair as well, right? It's like, that's how
Yeah.
Roy compensates. It's going to be those different timings, and that's when you have to, that's why understanding where people throw out their hitboxes and when, like, is so important. Because in this case, it's how Leo's going to compensate for not only Roy's weakness in this matchup, but also because of how he's already been, playing with this same similar timing and positioning from the first two games that has gotten him losing, like that have lost. So let's note that already from the get-go. So, yep, different timing for how he wants to land in order to compensate for Roy's weakness. Let's see, so it's like vulnerable to parries, committal air stats, right? Let's take note of it. It happens like kind of
double jumps being used to try to get something out of the position. A lot of baits here too. You see,
right. So like I just wanted to note that at 6:49, blah blah blah.
these empty hops and these double jumps being used to try to get something
That was good. Like the electric moment.
out of the position from Riddles. Oh.
I guess that's another great thing about Kazuya and why he's so good, because of auto turnaround. So I actually want to write that down somewhere. This is something you'll want to keep in mind as a strength. So like yeah. Like, I want you to just keep auto turnaround in mind when optimizing scraps. Let's note though, because I've talked to Mirai, the Kazuya, and like I was like trying to learn Kazuya for a little bit. It can be a weakness. Since like it can be a weakness because sometimes, like, depending on
depending on the situation, it just doesn't
like
work properly.
On how someone may position. Your move could whiff very badly. Or like your move or your crouch dash could end up whiffing and putting you in a very awkward position. Right? So just wanted to note that. Auto turnaround, it's like I call auto turnaround double-edged sword. Because most of the, like, it can be really fucking broken, but then it can be also very annoying. Especially for, like, when you're approaching with crouch dashes, or, like, you're trying to do crouch dash stuff. Yeah, again, something interesting. I just wanted to point out. So, blah, 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 this happens.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we couldn't have gone for the Nair.
You're not gonna find The second hit. for it.
Misses the reaction at 642. Okay. Just I like even you don't necessarily have to know every single execution error, but like that could have been a stock, right? So it's
Yeah.
Nice up B on
yeah,
that
just something that's like interesting.
scramble.
So something
On the
unrelated.
second hit for it. Not gonna get dragged down completely with these dares.
Nice up B.
This is weirdly so like this is actually a really nice position for Roy, in my opinion, because of up air. And if he does like if Kazuya tries to run off here, Roy could like preemptively up air again or nair or not nair, but like fair.
Out of that scramble.
But so like I guess you could call this an advantage of Kazuya since his aerials are so good. What's normally a really good situation for Roy against most characters when they're forced to land like on a plat like that actually becomes a nice situation for Kazuya, or it's not as bad because you can take those trades with your hitboxes. See, juggle under SBF plat. Something that stuck out. So it's like kind of the, it's like just neutral, whatever. Kazuya, he closes that gap.
Leo just hasn't been
Almost
able to keep
kills.
Riddles at bay. Riddles is just
Good
holding forward,
damage.
and Leo hasn't been able to answer back. Hasn't been able to make him.
Goes for the jab. So that was not a good out of shield.
Riddles is imposing.
I think Riddles was just better off.
Ooh, they're gonna find the second hit, but not going to send.
So let me
Riddles
actually
is
write that
imposing his
too.
game plan.
That's what
Able to
happened.
answer back. Hasn't been able to make.
Oh no, he was trying to catch the spot dodge. That's why.
Make him doubt himself. Riddles is imposing his game plan.
Ooh, they're gonna find the second hit.
I guess that's a weakness of Kazuya,
Not going to
technically.
send off that left side. They'll still get
Like his
some
moves are too
rounds
slow,
beneath
so
him.
it's like even if
Off
you
my
wait
stage, keep
for
it
stuff
safe.
like those spot dodges or what he did, like after like if he was like waiting for that spot dodge, then
But actually sending a
like
perfect
it
time,
becomes like
barely
harder to
surviving
time.
to that
Unless you
right
throw
side.
out a longer lasting
Really
move, but those
trading
won't
back and forth
usually
with
like
Kazuya
lead
right
to
now with
big
Leo, and
stuff
it's
for
working.
gods.
Neutral B
And then he gets
not
advantage
gonna get
to
it
stuff.
done, but
We
Riddles
already
can't
talked
make it
about
back to
it.
stage regardless. MK Leo is gonna take his first.
Alright, so I kind of like that from Riddles. He thought Leo was like, gonna try to like start spacing against. Like he preemptively covers where he think Leo wants to be.
Lead of the set, I do believe.
I think he wanted electric there. Trying to land. So it's like
That shot really nice.
Riddles Riddles is like kind of being
That
greedy.
spot
Like he wants these spot dodges, probably into electrics. He wants these like raw
dodge,
hits
gonna
now.
find the neutral tech as well.
Yeah, like see, like the way, like now the way he's starting to play, like now he's becoming too much. He wants that hit too bad. So let's note that. Let's see. Note the whiff bears.
Looking for
At 6 flat. Right.
that shot really nice. Baited out that spot dodge. Gonna find the neutral tech.
And like
Looking
Leo's
for the
just
rope.
following up
Looking
so
super
well.
clean on the movement here. Leo might have woken up.
Yeah, like same thing. The way like he wants to get off the ledge. jump up air. 553. Not so it's like not initially a bad option, but this is unnecessary. So let's note this, like, because of Kazuya's nature as a character, like, you know, where losing interactions, like multiple, can be okay because you can make up for it. This doesn't mean you should always take that damage. Like, you should still minimize, you know, losing. Though it's okay to keep and go for those hits. There we go. So basically what I just wrote. So it's like, right, Kazuya as a character, he wants those raw hits. But that doesn't mean Riddle should be getting hit like this over and over. Like, now he's just being he's getting a little too greedy.
Leo's advantage.
Right, and it almost works. Like now like Leo's like catching on and now he dies.
Roy can take these stocks.
Oh, he almost died.
Where are you going? F smash sends him further right than he wanted
Okay,
to.
you might
and now
actually
a back air. Weak hit.
And Leo's like actually hitting him off stage too. Note that. Well, it's not because. Well, it's because Leo's sending him high. That's
Chasing.
that was really good. So second stock lost. So second stock lost at 535. Let's note that. Oh, so can y'all still hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure because I haven't been checking. So second stock loss at 535 to Leo's Bear. Note that for this stock, Leo started to snowball. Like, he started to snowball, capitalizing off of Riddle's greed. I was gonna make this a separate point originally, but I could just move it here.
The way that Roy
Broken up with this Roy.
Yeah, Leo's advantage state is looking
at 549. Alright, so that's the second stock loss.
The way that Roy can take these weak chasing and the back air
And
off
now
the
let's
platform. His movement so ambiguous, takes a massive lead here in
Good
game
up
3.
air coming
Being
from space.
caught out here, a ton of defensive options being called out by some really risky stuff.
Ooh, I like that
Leo
idea,
making it work well.
but I also think he could have just
Options
gotten.
being called out by some
You could have just like. Could he have probably just electric?
He probably should have. He probably could have just upbeat after the parry.
Or yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
risky stuff.
That could have been
Leo
your stock.
making it work
Oh well.
Here, a ton of defensive options being called out.
So yeah, like gets the parry. 526. Like it did. So like it makes sense why he did that, like when he was running the target, but like you didn't have to like do a whole dash into it.
Leo making it work well.
Like you're just
Yeah.
wasting frames. Why does he just dash select?
Okay. So I think
Or-
the what's it called? I think the trip was the auto turn.
Yeah, that was an auto turn because like he does the
Yeah,
spot
and he
dodge.
he gets the trip. He just reacts to it and he follows up on it. But I don't know why he.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Fares
Yeah,
here.
you just dash select because I don't even think he's gonna be able to land on the plat if he DI'd out. So um.
Day.
Leo making it worthwhile.
So let's note that
Some of the fast
521. Yeah, like that wasn't
paced
easy.
gameplay we've seen all
Like he
day.
was dead, but no, he does fucking double jump back into I don't know.
Trips him up, but
I don't know why he did that.
conversions are tough around this.
Oh, I like that idea. He wanted the up B.
Yeah, could have found an up
Okay,
or something
good
like that, but I
punish.
think just dashed the wrong way.
Just keep center. So like the reason why he should have started keeping center instead of like just running in and trying to like go for the up throw. Cause like yes, the up throw kills, but the way Riddles has like been losing repeatedly, like at this point it's not worth. Cause now Riddles is starting to like he's doing the same thing now. And he's kind of neglecting what has helped him win in the first place. Like if he kept playing the same way he's been doing like those first two games, where like he's keeping the center, covering the spaces, then all he would have to deal with at best is Leo's different timings. But no, he's basically letting Leo fucking roll him because he wants to hit him. He's seeing red when he doesn't even have to in order to win. Like if Riddles just sits there, if he just sits here where my mouse is, like a sitting duck, then the kill's gonna come to him. He's gonna be able to kill with any raw move, probably like a back tilt or something out of shield. Because Roy's on pressure shield sucks. So yeah, like I just wanted to point that out. So Riddles like has been right? Like, should just start keeping center instead. Because I won't be surprised if Riddles dies here soon, or like he gets like sure he like kills Lay off of like a straight hit, but then he like dies after. I wouldn't be surprised, unless he just Kazuya's him and actually starts playing the game. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Riddles like just starts killing Leo now. But my gut is kind of telling me, okay, Leo's just gonna keep rolling him like this, and then it's gonna kick into Riddle's head like game 4. So let's see. Hopefully it does, or hopefully it does. I might be wrong because I haven't watched this set and I don't remember what happened at Diamond Dust. So let's see. Honestly, should have started keeping center instead of running in for the dash grab because he's been losing interactions, even though. Yeah. So it's like basically seeing red. Right? So like again, it's like what does this mean? Again, prioritize minimizing getting hit, but also remember your winning positions. This is why we note this. This is why we noted this, all of this. You always have to remember what these are naturally. Because if you do, you're not going to see red like riddles. You know, you're going to do the smart thing and you're going to keep your winning position. Alright, so let's watch the rest of this.
On the jump.
If I had to guess,
Where's the roll gonna go away from
we'll
him?
probably,
Leo
yeah,
not ready
just
for it. Will
wins.
find the upper.
Yep, so first stock taken. Here. First stock taken at 506. By CDCs into Raw Electric. Alright, so let's know what happens next.
You take it, then move
Will
suffice.
Riddles just
Every single
Kazuya
time
him, or will he actually start playing the
Like my heart skips a beat. Leo has been so threatening in that
Okay,
just in this game.
not
he's
bad
done
because
enough to
Leo
put
just
me on
kind
the
of
edge of my seat. And
gave
I'm
up
sure
the stage there. I like that air to air.
it's the same for Riddles than there to catch the jump.
Uh-oh.
Going here. Electric gonna go back.
Yeah, so, okay, so here it would have been, what could he have done here?
Catch the jump.
I don't know if he could have done much.
Okay, got something going here. Electric gonna
Could he have done, like, double jump, like, fair or something? Or like, up air?
Yeah, he can do that, but I guess if he does that, all it is positioning.
Okay. I mean, damage is damage. Like, I think it's better because I think anyone would not go for the plat here. They're gonna DI on plat here, not out on the ground.
Okay, got something going here. Electric.
Or no, was he trying to set up Ferps, but he like went too far, or?
No, I guess he thought that.
Or he thought Leo.
I guess he thought that he was
here?
going to drop past the platform.
Oh, okay, that too. So just I guess combo awareness. Actually, I don't want to separate that. Okay, so there we go. So like that could have been done instead.
Gonna go back to the
I would have personally just like probably just gone for raw damage.
not quite ready for it. Not
He's dodging so much, Jesus.
down there, setting the spike, just going.
But it's kind of
right
fucked to
up
do
in.
with that. Messed up because that would have been messed up for a
So
second.
get back down there,
I'm guessing.
Leo. Moving forward, stuck in the corner.
Wow. Right up in.
Okay, so I kind of liked that idea of the backdash
Moving
because.
forward, stuck in the corner.
Yup. So he was like stuck in lag here, unfortunately. But this is good. Let's know, like, this is good. Let's see if that means
the
anything.
confidence to just drift into that falling up there is crazy.
He didn't. At least he didn't spot dodge this time.
Yeah, the way that
Okay.
Leo's confidence has not been dissuaded. He's constantly pushing forward, even when he's off stage, even
Okay,
when
off
he's at
stage.
disadvantage, even when he's losing. He's still pushing forward. A great spot dodge for Riddles. And
That
that's
was
gonna
good.
Clean up that stock.
That was a really good suck.
Even when he's not been dissuaded, he's constantly pushing forward, even when he's off stage, even when he's.
All right, so let's know what happens. So I like this fair from Riddles. So we haven't really gotten to talk about ledge trapping yet, because the way Riddles is just like the way Riddles has been winning and killing, he doesn't really get to ledge trap, or he doesn't like end up having to. So let's talk about this. So I like this fair initially, because what this fair does, it covers any immediate jumps or ledge drops that people will want to do. So that's coverage already.
Advantage.
And like, so you see, so something that this isn't something that not only Leo or not Leo that Riddles will do. This is actually something a lot of people, including like Spargo and Leo, will do. So like Leo will do like with Joker, like full hop nair into shield, or Spargo will do like back air or forward air into shield. Like it's not bad because you have the time to do it. And in this case, it works out for Riddles. Now he just kills him.
Pushing forward, a great spot dodge for Riddles.
That was good. All right, so it's like that's a potential flowchart you can have for wanting to ledge trap people. Do like a fast aerial, and or like in this case forward air or nair into shield and see how they react if people try to immediately if someone tries, like, you cover immediate responses, but you still have time
you're
to
cutting
react
out.
to shield. Oh. Sorry, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Alright, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, but again, like I was saying, like, this is a good flowchart to keep in mind. Because, right, like, you cover any immediate stuff with fair, or, like, you know, some characters might, like, try to go slightly above ledge with their up beast, like Cloud, for example, or something like that. It's like the fair beats stab, but it also beats anything immediate, and you still have time to shield, so you can beat stuff like in this case, Leo's ledge drop side B. So yeah, I really liked. So like let's like I really like that ledge trap setup because Riddles first Riddles fared. Into shield, which covers any immediate and I'm assuming with auto turnaround too, like that makes hold shield a stronger option because you can let go. It's gonna turn Kazuya around, and then you can still catch them.
Yeah.
So let's note that too. The hold shield can also be stronger for Kazuya. Does the auto turnaround happen like in shield, or does he have to first drop it? I'm guessing. I'm assuming he has to.
You have to drop shield first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so I just really wanted to know that. So what to gain from this? There we go. I wanted to note those other options as well. That's what immediately came into my mind. So it's like you can do like fair into back tilt, electric, F tilt as well. And note that you want to know that the fair and the shield, so like yeah, the auto turnaround can help you if you drop shield, but it's not gonna work for every role. Like Wii Fit role, for example, because that role is fucking ridiculous. But maybe for someone like Young Link's role, who's suck, that will be way more effective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like just like keep it in mind. Just keep it in mind if you ever review that in the future. Like it's not gonna be a foolproof thing for every single matchup, obviously, but for a majority of the cases and just for how most people play, yeah, you could say this is a pretty good flowchart.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. There actually might be a way to like cover roles ledge trapping like this, because now that I think about it, because let's say you fair and you hold shield afterwards, I'm pretty sure you can what's it called, Gates of Hell on reaction.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because like even for a role like Wii Fit, it is kind of like what's it called? It does grab a good like distance away.
Okay. So I wrote that down. So it's like, though even for Wii Fit's role, you can actually counterplay or add onto that flowchart by using Gates of Hell, right? And this is why I like adding ideas. So like that's the thing you also want to do in VOD reviews. You want to add on ideas to potentially optimize your gameplay. In this case, we just saw the flowchart that Riddle just used to seal the stock, which was fair into shield. He held shield. Leos did ledge drop side B, and he just died for it. And now we literally just discussed all of this, and we just noted new options to compensate, or to maybe even kill even better. Because like you just said, Gates of Hell, we could use that for further rolls. Or if like maybe that's how people like maybe on I'm not sure about on reaction, but like depending on what someone does or what timing they do it, you might be able to like fair shield, drop shield, and then input Gates of Hell. That's a really great option. Or again, these are other options you could do as well. Back tilt, electric, F tilt, right? Like just expanding upon it, tree branching. I call it the tree branch mentality. Like that's good. It's a good thing to do. The more options you understand that you have at your disposal, the better. Also, hi Imlo.
Hi.
It's last stock. This is
All right, so let's finish this off. Holding shield is okay because again, Roy's shield pressure is like whatever. Just be careful about shield pokes.
Good cross-ups here too. Gonna find the weak hit of jab.
This is fine. Yup. I get why you went for it.
Riddle still not trying to find anything too committal. Just give me these stray hits and we will find an electric from them.
Good fair. So it's like now, like Leo's like starting to lead a little.
It's been a lot of trades for Riddles. Leo's doing
yeah, like okay.
Too bad,
wait.
But that's not what you want. Catches the air dodge,
shit.
but no punish.
Okay.
Landing there one in.
That could That could have been like Riddle's win, unironically. Because like now Leo started to wait too much for some reason.
Catching him with the forward air, another up air.
And like he's getting stuffed out, so like you see him like try to do. Oh no, he just tried to flicker shield.
Leo's doing a good job of.
Or no, it's here. He tried to like back air, but like he's waiting too much now. Alright, so like back to gameplay. So after the second stock is taken.
Obsidian, what did you learn?
I'm learning a lot right now.
Yeah, tell me top 3 things you just learned.
Top 3 things?
Yeah.
One of them is ledge trapping. One of them I have
It's good. It's good. Important.
A better idea of like. Say it again.
That's good. That's good that you're learning that.
Yeah. Another thing is like understanding like how to like what's it called? Position myself, or like how I should be like positioning myself based on what my opponent is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like whether it be like holding space or deciding to like uh kind of challenge them in the air, just depending on what they're doing. And
Okay.
I think the most important thing is like actually understanding what I should be looking for and how I should be VOD reviewing, because that is the important part of what we're doing.
Right, and this will come up later, like after I finish reviewing these games. But like after we finish all of this, we're gonna scroll through it again. You're going to actually find out that there's a lot of, I guess, common things that will occur, and it's even more prevalent when you bring up your own gameplay. So it's like, why are you losing? Oh, well, this commonly keeps happening in every stock. Or why are you winning? Oh, I'm commonly killing people off of this and that and blah blah blah, right? So like more specific, obviously, but no, that's I like what you said. Thanks for asking that. I mean, honestly, even if you didn't know, that's okay. We're still going game by game, and that's why we're writing it down in the first place, so that even if you don't know off the top of your head, that's cool because you have the notes, and then you can figure out what. Okay, here's what we learned. Starts to win. Sorry. All right. So yeah, back to this though. Riddle starts to win piece by piece with raw hits. Again, like keeping center, covering with aerials, and Leo waits too long. Right. But he dies here.
But that's not what you want. Catches there.
Yeah, he waited too long and gets whiff punished because he committed. So third stock lost at 4:03. Narrow smash. There we go. All right. Cool. So that's game 3. Now game 4. And I will separate those games like later, like different color or bigger font size or something.
Tons of stuff broke from MK Leo's way.
All right.
Momentum going. Riddle's not one to get shaken.
Will this be a game 5?
Especially with the
I'm not
It's
sure.
only game 4.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Game
I'm pretty
4?
sure Riddles
yeah.
does win game 4.
So I just saw on the little timestamp they go to Hollow,
Doesn't really say much in
which
terms
is
of momentum, I think,
interesting.
because of how back and forth and
I'm pretty sure he just gets like counted again.
of a game, and both players kind of come out on the other end of that.
Okay, so he
taking
counterpicks.
deep breaths,
Riddles goes to Hollow.
settling themselves
I can actually see why. That's a good stage pick. Just because of
I'm actually a little more curious as to why Leo didn't ban Hollow.
Yeah, right? Because, like, sure, 50-50 on the Hollow, or not, Kalos, the Hollow plat might be bigger. But, I don't know. I feel like if you're ever in the corner, then, like, you're kind of fucked. Unless you're doing the electric combo, like, from the corner into center. But even then, depending on that, it might not matter. Like the way Riddles has been winning, it just like this is a really good stage for him. I don't know why Leo would go here, because Leo has been like kind of abusing movement, like consistently going out the corner into center using those platforms, and he doesn't have that in Hollow.
I can't believe this match is happening in losers.
Yeah, this is crazy. Especially
so this might, I'm slightly confused on why Leo wouldn't ban.
Nobody would have expected.
This is a good
Very
pick
true,
for
very true.
Riddles,
We were thinking
regardless.
if we see these
Oh yeah, also because Gates of Hell
two
is still
players,
gonna work
it
here.
might be
It's gonna be
winner's
real.
final.
It's gonna be probably better
winner semis, it might be,
if he does get Gates
grand.
of Hell.
But no, we see these two
So let's see.
fighting
It's like already from the gate, more waiting from Riddles. Great. We're not gonna be fucking bloodhound thirsty dogs. Is this a grab? No.
anticipated. And now
I thought that was a grab and a like kill.
Yeah.
Okay, that was backup electric.
Much earlier in bracket than anyone could have anticipated. And now both of them just trying to stay safe.
Yup, backup electric. His Riddles is so good at
Shield.
this.
The approach from Leo doesn't work
Bop.
out. It's caught by Riddles. And, when
And
he
you're
catches the
dead.
approach, he throws your
Holy
Yeah.
shit, that was a really good stock. Yeah. Alright, game 4. Already, so it's like, already from the get-go, Riddles is learning. Probably got, like, encouraged because of that last little adjustment at the end of game 3 that almost won him the game, of just starting to go back to prioritizing, like, covering space instead of being a bloodhound dog wanting to eat a toddler. So yeah, like already from the get-go. Yeah, Riddles is back to playing his winning positions. He's being more patient. He's being more patient and waiting. He's being more patient and like prioritizing kind of that center space. Slash backing up. And then I can write here, first stock taken. What was that?
stock. And
645. So already, first stock taken at 645. 0 to death. Let's see, Riddle started. Backdash electric. See, Riddles loves. It's like, let's note, like, Riddles is really good at using that backdash electric, like, just to position himself for when people want to land on top of him. Especially if it's like, yeah, and let's also note, this is why I love this hollow pick. Hollow, so like, I love this stage pick because it makes this backdash electric, so what's normally a slightly dangerous position, or not a dangerous, but a not so, like, normally as Kazuya you don't want to be in the corner all the time because, you know, you don't have anywhere to go and Kazuya's slow, so, you know, like, you don't want to always try to just fight your way back into center. But on somewhere like Hollow, with
Gets
this
rid of
much
that one.
room, if you get that punish with your backdash electric, it's a win con. It becomes a win con because they don't have anywhere to DI. They can't DI to the platform. So you get to do your combo into, like, especially against like Aegis or Roy in this case, something like Gates of Hell,
it's caught by Riddles.
can become just a lot better.
Now both of them just trying to stay
Yeah.
safe
Right.
in their shield.
Yep. Like, literally here. Like, because he does electric here, he can't he did it here. Leo can't DI to here, so Riddles does specifically the crouch jab
The approach
train,
from
and now he's facing back towards here,
Leo doesn't work out.
and now he's just dead. Like, either A, Riddles does the nair off stage, or if he wanted to keep extending, he could do the electric nair Demon God Fist into kill. Right? So it's like, that's a big hollow buff. But it's also really good combo awareness on Riddle's ends. Like, it's a combination of those two. Both really good combo awareness, but also really good stage awareness. And just like, just like a general strength. That's like an extra strength of that backdash electric. So let's just write all of this down. So it's also really good on Hollow because if you get that electric from the corner, they can't DI. And because Riddles has really good combo / positioning awareness, let's see, so backdash into dash in crouch jab. I'm not even gonna have these in quotes anymore. And yeah, so like all of this is really important to know. Like that, there's layers to that 0 to death that are very important to understand. Like that's like, keep this in mind for optimization. If you can turn that combo around, especially on somewhere like Hollow, or yeah, like somewhere on Hollow or even Town, like that becomes so much more nicer for you. Like that's why, like, yeah. Again, just really cool. I really appreciated that 0 to death.
And when he catches your approach, he
There's a lot to it.
And gets rid of
and it's like barely 15 seconds into the
really
match.
Good option
Crazy.
There too. We had not seen that all set the drag down.
Death. Literally, okay. So literally death. Literally death. Not gonna matter. Yep. Literally fucking perfect.
Oh, he's
perfect 0 to death. And again, same thing. He gets his parry.
Approach, he throws your
and like it's the same principle. He's like
gets rid of that one.
Yeah, really good option.
Because he's facing like towards that way, he can't go anywhere.
We had not seen that all set the drag down.
So like let me know what was
really
Leo's
good option
rhythm.
there too. We had not seen that all set the drag down.
Trying to like again like cover that space, and then you're too close to the sun, and you're dead.
All the way to the
yeah.
Blast on a Riddle seems to be riding this momentum heavy. Gets the
perfect here.
Turnaround. We know your DI. We know where you want to go.
Oh, he's
just
all up
driving that combo the right way. Yup.
By the way, Waltz, that fucking Valorant bind TP scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
Oh. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh shit! Hi,
Swear.
Waltz.
Hello. I just what's up?
I just said hi. Like, what's up?
Oh, just nothing much. Just surviving, hanging out. See, y'all doing some VOD review?
Yeah. So, Obsidian wanted some help. It was like, hey, how do I review top level VODs? And so we're just going over that right now. Pretty sure we're about to probably finish because second 0 to death just happened.
See, that's why I disagree. That's why I disagree.
Really?
In true high-level VOD review, you can stretch out 30 seconds and make it and discuss it for 3 hours.
Oh no, that's real. I meant the game itself was probably gonna end sooner. Yeah. The discussion's always wrong. Like
I remember doing the VOD review and we couldn't get past the 33-second mark. We were just going. We went so ham. I was like, "Holy shit! It's 3 a.m. We gotta call this shit, man.
Right?
It's over.
Like
it's over, man.
No, I feel you. Like I literally just started, I just finished explaining how good this 0 to death was.
The approach doesn't work out. It's caught by...
Like there's so many layers to why this was like really fucking good. And like this all made up for it. This crouch jab, the dash and crouch jab, because like now you avoid that plat 50-50 at all cost. it doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't work out. It's caught by
And then
Riddles.
nair.
Catches your approach,
Right.
You know you're cooked when they say, so why'd you jump here?
Right? And like you're on hollow. Why would you go to hollow? I like that's a strength of hollow.
Gets rid of that one.
Yeah.
And then
I also don't know why. There's a lot of questions I have about Leo's choices, but it's okay.
Yeah, you know, like why does he, fly so close to the sun? He just died, and now he's gonna die the same way.
Yeah.
And it's like again, really good combo awareness from Riddles, just like completely no 50-50. There's so much room here in the FD area, and now you're just dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all
So good.
Yeah, another thing.
2 stocks in 30 seconds.
Another thing, Leo's just holding in.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to like do that timing mix up, cause like I saw him like do like the plat drop into the fair, but like it's not worth, man. It's not worth anymore. Yeah. You probably lost on the stage select, going to fucking Hollow Bastion and not playing center. Like it's like the way Leo's been playing, he's been going from corner back to center, and vice versa. When on this stage specifically, you can't really do that as much, or at least like going from corner to center, or no, is it vice versa? Sometimes it just blows because the corner just isn't your best friend on this stage when it normally is on somewhere like town or small because of the plat layouts, or even Carlos, but not Carlos. You don't go to Carlos against fucking Kazuya.
Yeah.
As Roy. But yeah.
What's
so...
he gonna do? Run up jab? No, he's not, obviously.
Second stock, 630. Again, really good combo awareness from Riddles. Preventing. Alright.
Seconds, taking the wind out of Leo's sails, whatever momentum he developed from
Bob. Alright, so now we're just... Rest of the game. Uh-oh. Alright, so now we're gonna probably see a 50-50. No?
He's DIing away from the platform.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, it doesn't
think
matter because he misses, but... Oh, well... Okay. Leo's stupid.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, alright, you're right. He made a silly choice in this specific instance. Normally, Leo's really smart. In this case, I don't know.
Maybe the haters be right, maybe we would follow up.
No, I think we're operating on the assumption that Leo has more matchup knowledge than we do, which isn't a fair assumption.
Yeah.
I think just generally the average person who studies the game is gonna be just based on the sheer number of characters. Leo's not fucking. Ooh, where should I DI on this combo? He's like, mix it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's playing Roy for God's sakes. Like.
True. He is kind of throwing already.
He's just trying to figure it out. Like, this is
just trying it out gameplay wise.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's just see what happens.
I mean, like he's cooking right now.
Yeah, this is not the.
Yeah, he's kind of gaming.
Yeah, he's gaming, but
he's gaming, but yeah, I get what you mean though.
Yeah, this isn't this isn't the stance of someone who's like, oh, I know exactly how to play the matchup. I'm gonna play the character that I play in the matchup. I'm gonna win. He's like, Joker, Violet,
right?
Roll.
Just
he's like,
okay. As it is, if he actually wanted to win against Riddles, his best option might unironically be Marth.
I mean, he did it before. I watched him try it at RNG, I think.
Yeah, and
then Ludwig's.
I think he made Riddles like switch off Kazuya.
Oh, to Terry, and he lost.
Yeah, and he won. Riddles won game 5.
Yeah,
that's
Terry more.
Wasn't that at Ludwig's, or am I thinking of another?
No, at Ludwig's was when he reversed. I think he reversed 3-0'd him with Marth.
That's funny.
And then at RNG, he lost game 1 as Joker.
Oh.
He switched to Marth game 2 and beat his Kazuya. Riddle switched to Terry
and then he won game 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So back to this though. So again, questionable DI. Most of the time, people would hopefully know to DI on the plat, force to 50-50 instead.
another grab.
What you could do, though, if you don't want to deal with that 50-50, you could probably just take the damage, too, and do double jump up air, double jump fair. Because you have a huge stock lead. So, like, if you wanted to, you don't have to go off of 0 to deafing people anymore. You could just, like, start going for your other win con. Just, like, win interaction by interaction. Tank damage, raw hits, because your hits are gonna hit like a truck. Goes for the string, misses. That's fine. Alright, I don't like that double jump. Dangerous, man. Oh, okay, tries to go for the crouch stab. Whatever.
Yeah, he did that because of the last time that he nared Leo and he was too high percent. He bounced, he teched it, and rolled out.
That makes sense. I didn't even remember that. Yeah, that's good. Hang on.
Electric here though, knockdown.
Yeah, let's note that. Here at 612. Yeah, that was good. So you're doing the thing that we're doing right now. That's awesome. I didn't even remember that. I thought I was just doing it just to do it, like just coverage, or because like lots of people would try to tech there or something. Something. All right. So what's happening here? Just good pressure. It feels like Riddles is trying to start picking options too quickly because like he got his double jump sniped already. And like now this is happening. Alright. Yeah, the drop shield. Did he do empty land or is he like no?
He did empty land.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought I saw the start up a back air.
I'm pretty sure Riddle tried to like parry
Yeah, parry the back air and then it got
which I remember that happening in game 1 like 3 or 4 times, so
yeah.
Fast is gonna be the important part of what you just said. You do not
It's like again, it's like
want to give Riddles
this is just really good ledge trap. So it's like so first stock lost. $554 to side B. Let's see. Note that before Riddles was starting to fast, like almost preemptive options, like double jump out of hit stun. Got sniped. Or like let's at
gonna be the important part.
Okay, yeah, good landing. Mix the DI out after the jab. We got able to get us through the situation. Knockdown. We haven't missed.
When does that double jump get sniped? I want to see it.
Get us through the situation. Knockdown.
Is certainly
earlier.
Gone. Another grab. Is he gonna do this in a minute? Another open up for Riddles as Leo is trying to get
there. 617.
his way back in. Finds some momentum and finds an opening.
Electric here though. Knockdown. We haven't missed tech, but the get up attack is able to get us through the situation.
Right, so like even the air dodge is like just super fast out of hit stun. Which is like it's the right option, but like just keep it in mind for the context of he's picking fast shit.
Yeah.
Was that 6-0?
Not catch the DI out after the jab. We got to make some situation for it able to get us through the situation for it.
Yep, at like 609.
Out after the jab. We got to make something happen and fast.
So it's like now here, like he's starting to wait. It's like now he slows down at 604. So like 605. I'll just say 605 or 605. But Riddle starts. Neutral get up into shield at.
Fast.
At, yeah, like 603.
Okay, yeah, good landing mix up there too.
Yeah,
Heavy
fast.
guy though.
Fast is going to be the important part of what you just said. You do not want to.
And then, like, same thing, like that roll was like slightly delayed. Let's wait for it. Right, so it's like, note that. It's important to note that timing change, like how that disadvantage was starting to happen. It's like he was going from those fast preemptive options, but then he immediately tried to slow down, and then Leo just caught on. Like, good play.
Too much time to think about what you're doing. The side B gets it done, and now.
Like if so, I guess what to learn from that, if Riddles wasn't so, I guess, preemptive, because it's kind of echoing what we went over earlier in game 3, where he kept trying to fight back, you know, like fighting back really was his fast options. He kept doing those fast options by trying to fight back over and over. And now here, it's kind of echoing here, where he's trying to, you know, do the same thing, just defensive. Alright, so going back to this. Going back to that though,
now you're down by so much.
Good grab. I think that was a misinput from Leo. I'm going to assume he actually wanted something like well, I'm assuming drop plat up air. So then he could get like his up air combo.
Okay, Leo's hand can always.
Oh, he just goes for the raw electric into shield. And you literally win the game. Wow. Okay, game. Cool. Okay. So let's. What happened there?
So much, but a stock in MK Leo's hand can always be.
Again, kind of like the same thing. Does electric into, like, you know how I went over like the fair into shield. In this case, Riddles did electric into shield this time. He does the spot dodge into electric. I don't know.
Much.
Maybe he thought Leo might have like tried to. No, not grab him. That wouldn't make sense. Or maybe he thought he would have done something like a move. Regardless, that spot dodge, you know, like can beat out some options, and in this case, it beat out the nair that Leo does up the corner, and he dies.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. Into F tilt.
Straight to us then.
Okay, so right, that's it. So we are now done. I'm now gonna do make a couple of changes. Just gonna add a couple of things. Let's change how this looks a little bit. Pop. And then game 4. Oh fuck. Sure. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm gonna do something really fast. There's some like page layout thing I could do here, like a page break. Can I? Or maybe it's like.
Go to insert.
Yeah, I was gonna say insert break. There we go. So yeah, I don't even have to do this. And I could do the same thing here. Insert page break. Perfect. I want to move. So let's discuss this. Bop, 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 bop. So I always like to, freshen up how this looks at the end. I probably don't even need this anymore. I could just do page breaks instead. Here. No exception. We're gonna do another. Ooh, I'm wondering if I could reel this in, maybe. Maybe I can't. Oh, we'll bite the bullet here. Okay, so game 1, game 2, game 3, and then game 4. Okay. So now what we'll do, we have now finished reviewing the game 4 set. Congrats, we made it. And so let's go.
I feel like that should give you like an idea of how long these things can take. Like that was a pretty fast set and it took us 3 hours.
Right. Because there's so much that goes into it, but it's worth doing because you learn a lot. So now what I like to usually do at the end of this, I'm gonna see
like generalized thoughts.
Basically, yeah, you're gonna generalize thoughts. Or actually, here, no, I just saw my own VODs. This is usually what mine look like. So right, it's like in general stuff. So let's see. So now we're gonna make, what do you want to call this? Like final thoughts, general thoughts, or?
Let's do general thoughts.
All right, that works for me. We're gonna make this 20 font. All right, so general thoughts. So now this is where we go back and kind of review the common themes. So I guess for this we would put, why would riddles why would Riddles win? Why would Riddles win? So like, why would Riddles win? Why would Leo win? And then we could go over some things too. So let's go back. So first off, again, this is why I listed out all of this beforehand. Again, I don't have to always do this, or I like have these character notes kind of like elsewhere sometimes. Maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll start doing it here instead. But like you really saw how all of this like came into play, right? Like the character strengths and weaknesses at its core. Where Kazuya got so much out of his huge imposing hitboxes. This worst jump honestly was not even as much of a factor as I thought it was gonna be. And again, like winning positions, scrambles in between center to the corner. Like Riddles was like sometimes just close the gap with like a shit ton of CDCs into electric, out the corner, into center. And it's like even with Leo, like the way he like he tried to compensate for Roy's weakness. Sometimes his strengths really worked. And like initially, and I say initially, Leo wasn't doing bad playing at this mid-range. The issue was it's like how he did it and how Riddles responded. It's like how like Leo would position himself to try and set up those mid-range hits. Riddles will just respond better. And punish him for it. So let's go back to game 1. So kind of like I just said, so it's like when he does it, they would be delayed. Yup, and it's like literally what I just said. He's covering those spaces with those bigger hitboxes. He's winning trades or converting. And again, winning positions. Riddles would he would keep that stage. He would prioritize that stage control. And he was also and he was on point about his punishes. So let's see how those stocks were taken actually. So first stock, electric. So these are whiff punishes. And I remember this stock, whiffed up air. Riddles did that again, that nice ass backdash electric. Because like that backdash electric is so nice because not only does it like it can beat out people trying to land on you, but when people try to land on you and you make it unsafe, right? That's what we discussed. We can write that again. So, because it came into play multiple times. So third stock, electric to death. Again, whiff punish. So, and I actually write this down. Know what people do after they whiff. Oh yeah, so this is something like kind of different. So, for scrambles, I will write this down in general. Keep this in mind though. So like, note what people do after they whiff or when they approach. So again, Leo had like a similar approach. And we had that one idea here. Yep. So we had that idea for like potential tech chase. Alright. And just as much as you want to keep track of why you won your stocks, you need to keep track of why you lost your stocks. And obviously that's going to be priority if you're reviewing your losing VODs. Or top player losing VODs. I think it's just as important to watch when top players lose and to understand why. Alright, so first stock loss. This was an interesting case. This is kind of, I would call an exception. It was just a very fast interaction. Leo was also a little bit lucky because he did the counter right as it was just ending. First stock taken. Yeah, that was just like a raw up air. But this was a late kill, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. Second stock taken. 0 to death after, yup. This was a player error from Leo. And so, reading the rest, note that Riddle starts going for more reversals. And again, I brought this up very similar to this. I'm actually gonna do the different colors thing. Let's go for green. I kind of don't like that color. On second thought, let's go with a purple. And I want to add like a bunch of these. I'm gonna bold it too. Yeah, that's good. Here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Right. 5. So third stock. Oh, I didn't buff. I didn't bold it. Or no, it was bolded. Okay. So third stock taken. 0 to death with punish again. So game 3. So now note this. He tried using different timings in order to compensate. This is a really good one. And I'd want to really point this out as well. These are very important. Yep. First stock loss. Alright, and this is where, again, we just brought up the reversal thing earlier. Where was it? Yep, we started going for more reversals. And now it's back here again for his first lost stock. Yup, and we noted that. Even in ledge. Yup. I'm gonna note this. This is huge. You need to know this, and I will write this at the bottom as well in the general. Second stock loss again. Leo now just started to snowball because of Riddle's greed. Like, now he's like getting too greedy. Gets the parry. We talked about, like, that's an optimization moment. Like, if you want, when you do this on your own, you can have your own system of how you do it. This is just how I'm doing it. Like, you can color code, you can like completely arrange this differently, or like write this down like on a sheet of paper, like on the side, and do it there. However you want to. This is just how I do my notes personally. As long as you get the idea, I think as long as you note, like, again, stocks taken, stocks lost, you point out the important things, when you summarize it, you're good. But let's keep going. Miss kill opportunity, yep. We're still, like, optimizing stuff. And again, kind of the same thing. Riddles is too greedy. He keeps trying to fight back when he's getting an ass beat. And this was when I remember Leo's in the corner. Riddles tries to, like, run in and grab him. Because he was at, like, 176, trying to go for the up throw, and he didn't even have to. He could have just stayed here again. So it's like, we'll mention this. All that will get mentioned. Yup. I agree myself from the past. Alright, so first stock taken, though. CDC's into center. Again, kind of doing what you should do. Second stock taken. Yup, and then we talked about the ledge trapping stuff here. Okay, so after a second stock is taken, yep. And so notice how, again, we note how Riddle starts to play kind of how he was doing the first 2 games before getting greedy. And then he dies. Like, that's fine. Game 4, we're going back. First stock taken, he does the 0 to deaths. We talked about the good combo awareness and why Hollow is a good stage for Kazuya. Or at least in those matchups, how you can deny the 50-50s. He lost because, again, he started going back to what he was doing game 3. And then Leo, like, really outplays him. But he capitalizes right after. And wins. So, let's go back. General thoughts. Why would Riddles win? Or when, I guess? When and why? Like, who, what, when, where, why, how kind of questions. That's kind of what you want to ask in general thoughts. When, why would Riddles win? Why would he win? That's because... let's see. He would win when he kept center. He would take stocks the most off of whiff punishes. So yeah, he would win when he kept center. Let's see. Prioritized covering space. And he would take stocks the most off of whiff punishes and parries. So, when, why, how? So, when would this happen for Leo? So, this usually happened when Leo would start manipulating he would kind of manipulate the fact that Riddles wanted to almost approach, I guess. Or not approach. I guess Leo would kind of like puppeteer certain interactions so that he's like safely getting those hits out. And like he also started mixing up his timings later. So yeah, let's say he started manipulating Riddles like to favorable positions so that Leo, he could safely pressure. Let's see, he capitalized on greed and disadvantage, but was also able to note when Riddles would pick options. So, like, for example, in Game 4, ledge trapping sequence, Riddles went from slow to fast options. And then again, Leo mixed up timings. Like, mixed up landings. So yeah, why did Riddles win? He would win and he kept center. Yep, prioritized covering space and landings. Take stocks the most off of these punishes and his parries. Right, so like pretty clear cut. And yeah, I'd say pretty clear. I'm gonna say really good. Alright. So we're gonna also ask now, why did Riddles lose stocks? why did Riddles lose stocks? Well, he would lose stocks because he would generally lose stocks because he kept trying to fight back. He also kept doing some options, like the way he timed his options. Like, see, the way Riddles timed options. Game 4. Yeah, so like this would be caught by Leo. So that's mainly why Riddles lost stocks. He would lose stocks because he kept trying to fight back, trying to trade with Leo when he did not have to. And when he was doing these options, it would be around, again, that general same timing. So now let's note the next thing. Why did Leo lose stocks? So generally, when Leo lost a stock, he flew too close to the sun. So it was like the position. So like Riddles would force winning positions. Whether this be due to player error, such as misspacing, so it's like sometimes the Riddles would force winning positions, or sometimes player error. So it's like misspacing. It's like misspaces, no timing mix-ups. Like that, and also, like, generally speaking, Leo's movement was kind of cookie cutter for a bit until the later games. In game 3, there we go. So yeah, that's why Leo's kind of like lost stocks or just lost. Alright, and so right, so we have that, right? Now let's go over again the purple stuff. So yes, so let's note this, the scrambles thing. So general thoughts, these are general thoughts. What else? What else? So we need to understand that in scrambles, you should be prioritizing, like you should prioritize subconsciously or conscious, like they basically prioritize being aware of options and looking for them. Both defensively and offensively. You can have this be conscious decision making. So you can have these through conscious decisions. I recommend looking up Ramsey's VOD on this. He has a very good system called ODA. It's a military technique. Observe, orient, decide, and act. I will copy and paste it here. But you also want to, you know, just be aware of it kind of like subconsciously. So what I mean by subconsciously, I actually went over this. I wonder if I can... Donde Ramses? Here he is. So this was my VOD review that I got with Ramses, and we talked about subconscious decisions. So like, these are the more reflexive options. So like, subconsciously speaking, for more of these decisions, you kind of just want to like think in the moment, or like you want to pick these stronger options, right? What makes sense in the moment, and then you quickly reflect on it, right? Like you're not thinking too hard about it. So let's think slow but in-depth / calculated decisions. Stuff like reads that are saved for game 5 kind of stuff. Or subconscious decisions, they're like more of the fast using good tools that may right? So what else? So like, we need to keep this in mind for scrambles. You have to prioritize looking for options both defensively and offensively. So like, so it's like, what do people do after getting hit? What do you do after getting hit, and vice versa? What's their movement? Like, it's a lot of things. And it's most prominent in scrambles, and that's very important for someone like Kazuya, who relies on scrambles to win. So again, conscious decisions, refer to the video, soba in depth, subconscious, more of the fast stuff, and are quick to understand. What I can do, I could drop this. Actually, yeah, I'll share this. Maybe. Yeah, I'll share it. Screw it. Here. If you wanted to look into extra, this was specifically my VOD review, and I do have a video from Ramses. I will not be sharing that one, but it kind of just dives into more stuff.
Okay.
Right, like, if you want, we could talk later, like, what my VOD review specifically went over, because a lot of it was about decision making, and kind of like why these slower, in-depth stuff is important, but they're not actually as good as you think. Like, it's actually worse to be trying to think about every single little move, because people are going to be, you know, making more subconscious things generally. It's better to. You're being more proactive, and you're stressing yourself out less. There's a lot that goes into it. Again, check out the document. But yeah, so we have that. So like, what else? It's like in scrambles, we need to keep in mind for that. Oh yes, we need to prioritize this is what we could do better than riddles. Let's do this right now. Let's see. Here, actually, we'll just do this. What could have riddles done better? Minimize getting hit. Instead of making fast options or wanting trade/reversals, sometimes just wait. You can wait or you can reset. Wait or reset. It's not always worth tanking those hits, even if Kazuya may encourage it or reward you for it. So I'm basically saying keep in mind risk reward. Like, you still want to keep in mind risk reward even if you have a comeback. Like, even if you make disadvantage a resource. Alright, right? So that's what riddles could have done better. And obviously, one more thing. What can we take from riddles for optimizing? We can take his lead trapping. So we could take his lead trapping sequences of aerial or electric into shield. We can take why this specifically? Because, well, it covers like immediate options, but gives you time to react while holding shield. And see, you can optimize further and include and maybe do more aggressive options. Like fair into back tilt, F tilt, or even into just electric. See, you can include Gates of Hell for rolls. And you could also, it's like this is the potential flow chart. See, you can also, something riddles didn't do as much, but another way Kazuya could let trap. You can also just stay around roll distance and react. So like that's another sequence for Kazuya. Or if you want to, you could do kind of like the same thing as above. If you want, you can again, like, you can cover jump. Near and a fair, or even bear. Then backdash to roll and react. Kind of similar to the first. But it differs because unlike the shield one where since you're farther, like you're farther and you're not limited to being stuck in shield. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, just keep in mind, like, Tombstone Crusher. And if you want...
shit, that is a move that...
Yeah, Demon God Fist for roll. If you wait. Like that's good if you know. Let's see, like that's like Tombstone Crusher is good for like on reaction, plus like covering jump timings. And then you have Demon God Fist for rolls, like specifically for like calling out roll, like hard read. Or maybe even a neutral get up. Right, alright, so we have this as well, so it's like what could have... So, right, like what are we taking for optimization? Like, I love the ledge trap sequences, we have this. We're gonna take from Riddles his backdash into Electric One God Fist. That's a very nice sequence. For covering landings. But specifically for making initially safe options, we could say, such as landings, into unsafe options. Even better for stages like Hollow, where Electric One God Fist in like backdash Electric One God Fist to the corner eliminates 50-50s. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna really... because I really love that backdash electric. That was one of the best parts. What else are we gonna take from Riddles? We're gonna take... covering space. Actually, no, I'm gonna say... fighting for center. And keeping it. Staying in between. Center and, be disciplined. Alright, so like stay in between center. You want to be disciplined about it though. And then like, let's expand on this. Using your strong aerials, or like maybe even your grounded tilts. Actually, okay, fighting and keeping it by covering space. So we could say like using your strong aerials. Like kind of the same as above. Or it's like even CDCs to center layout for it, right? So there we go. And now the very last thing I want to mention is it's like, what are we taking from riddles? We're gonna take the lead traps. We're gonna take the backdash into electric. We're gonna take how he fights for center and keeps it by covering space and neutral. We're gonna learn, like, again, staying in between that. And then, is there anything else I am missing? I think that's kind of it. That's what we want to take from riddles. Oh, yes. Actually, no, one more thing. We also want to take like when he abuses parries. There we go. All right. There we go. We're now done. We have now finished VOD reviewing. Okay. And congrats. Yeah. Alright. We're now completely done. We have finished the VOD review.
Alright.
14 pages of really good information. And again, if you feel like you just want to sum things up, look here. And like just keep scrolling down for like if you want to add to your game. Like again, this is why we separate these into categories or like different questions, like specific things. So in this case, what can we take from riddles for optimizing? Here you go. You have that list. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Alright. We're now done. I'm going to share this.
Yippee.
We are gonna do here. Alright, and now I'm gonna name this. Here we go. I'm gonna share. I don't care if you edit, or actually no, we're just gonna do you, because you could just make a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, and alright, that's it. I'm gonna stop recording. But hopefully this helped. I hope you like understand how much goes into VOD review, but more specifically how much you can gain out of it. Like what you should be thinking about. It's a lot of there's a lot to appreciate out of what's initially a 15-second interaction and breaking it down so much that it turns into just such a long thing. Anyways, again, I'm gonna stop recording. I'll send this video to you as well if you want.